Outlook brings to you excerpts from its latest issue titled Adivasi, or the Earliest Inhabitants. This issue of Outlook looks at the politics of appropriation and resistance in the wake of recent developments in the states like Jharkhand and the Union Territory of Ladakh. With the general elections due this year, it remains to be seen how the Adivasis, who form more than 8% of the total population, participate and how the identity politics shape up in the future. Status War by Rakhi Bose from Outlook. 9 months of violence have left the once syncretic Manipuri society divided between tribalism, ethnic revivalism, and religious majoritarianism. The roads leading to the mini secretariat in the Kuki-dominated Churachandpur district of Manipur were chock-a-block with hundreds of protesters on February 15th when security forces opened fire. A 15-year-old Kuki youth, resident of the nearby S. Nanweng village, was passing by the commotion on his way home when a bullet hit him, killing him instantly. A desolate father, Seilal Haukip, has dubbed the death of his minor son as an institutional murder. Another civilian, Letlakhol Gangte, 29, lost his life in the firing, which left 25 people injured. The tragedy seems to have only galvanized the tribals further in their resolve to sever ties with the dominant Methi community. Clashes between the Kuki and Methi communities broke out first on May 3, 2023 and have since consumed over 180 lives. While violence has become endemic across Manipur, the recent conflagration was triggered by the sudden suspension of the Kuki Zo head constable, Siamla Paul, posted at Churachandpur after images of him taking selfie videos with armed men went viral on social media on February 14th. In protest, around 300 to 400 Kuki-Zo protesters mobbed the offices of Churachandpur's Superintendent of Police, Shivanand Surve, and Deputy Commissioner Dharun Kumar. While security forces claim that the firing was in retaliation to mob violence, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum has held the SP and DC entirely responsible for the deaths. The group has warned that both the SP and DC will bear the responsibility of any untoward incident that may fall on them, should they choose to stay in Churachandpur. The ITLF spokesperson tells Outlook that suspending a tribal official for a selfie while ignoring Methi officials openly fraternizing with armed militant reflects the state's anti-tribal agenda to vilify the Kuki-Zo people. The irate activist adds that the miscreants in the viral photograph clicked by Siamla Paul were volunteers of the village defense force and not dangerous members of any suspension of operations groups as is being touted in the media. After 9 months of violence, Manipur remains on the boil. The BJP, which has been cultivating its tribal vote bank across the country, has maintained a stoic silence on the Manipur issue, despite repeated raps from opposition leaders and international human rights agencies for its failure to restore peace in the state. Between the Nagas, who have largely remained neutral in this war, and the Kuki-Zo tribes that inhabit the contiguous hills of Manipur and Myanmar, the party seems to be relying on a third kind of tribal. For this and more, read the latest issue of Outlook.